Hello everyone and welcome back to Genie Crafts. In today's video, we are going to see how we can create a very simple and straightforward low poly model of this pencil, and this is part 1 of a fusion art series that I'll be showing you on how to do paper cutting on a low poly model. So let's get started. So to start with, open the Blender application. Blender is a free 3D modeling software available for both Windows and Mac. When you will open the software, you will see this default view which is called the 3D viewport. This is where you see your objects in 3D format. On the left hand side, you can see all the keys and mouse clicks that I am doing for easy reference. This 3D viewport, you will see a default cube, then there is a light source, this is a default light source, and then there is a camera angle which is also a default. The circles at the top right or the buttons at the top right are the different render options which allows you to see the 3D objects in different modes. So we have a wireframe mode in which you only see the wireframe and the solid faces melt away. Then we have solid mode which allows you to see objects in their natural state, and we have X-ray mode which allows selection of even invisible vertices by simply doing a box selection. If you want to rotate the objects, then press your middle mouse button and drag your mouse on your mousepad to rotate it and see it in different view. For front view, press numpad 1 to see the object in the front view. For side view, press numpad 3, and for top view, press numpad 7. This allows you to see the object in specific directions or specific views. You can also use the mouse scroll to zoom in and zoom out of the 3D viewport. To move from object mode to edit mode, press tab on your keyboard and you will go into the edit mode of the selected object. By default, the selection method is vertex. Then you have edge selection method and you have face selection method. To delete a selection, press X on the keyboard and then select vertices, faces or edges, whatever you want to delete. To bring up the addition menu, press Shift A on your keyboard and it will show the addition menu. We'll start by adding a cylinder. The moment you add any object, a small sub menu opens at the bottom which allows you to configure the object. Since we are making a pencil, there are only 6 edges, so we will reduce the number of edges to 6 so that we can get the middle structure of our pencil. Next, we want to increase the height of the pencil a little bit, so we will select that top face by going into the face selection mode first and then press G to grab it, and after pressing G we are going to press Z to move only in the Z direction. Next, we will create the appearance of a pencil lead. For that, select the top face and the bottom face of the cylinder by keeping the shift key pressed and then clicking on both the faces. And once you have selected both the faces, then we are going to press I to create an inset face inside the selected face. This will allow me to create a face within this face with equidistant from all the edges. Now this will look like there is a pencil lead inside this pencil. Next, we'll work on the sharpened tip. For that, select the lead face, that is the central face at the top. Press E on your keyboard and extrude that face a little bit upwards. Then we need to merge all the vertices at the top. So press Alt M on your keyboard and then select at center to merge all the vertices and create the lead for the pencil. Then press Ctrl R on your keyboard to create a cut loop near the top of the pencil and then press Enter to commit that loop. Keeping the shift key pressed, select all the vertices at the outer edge of the top face and then press X and delete the vertices. This will remove the faces that was connecting the sharpened lead to the rest of the pencil, and now we will create the edges between the vertices. Since they are in perfect slanting alignment, so it's easy to create the faces. So select 4 vertices at a time and press F on the keyboard to create a face within the selected vertices. Now that the pencil structure is ready, on the right hand panel, go to the material section, which is the last option, and then start creating materials. So we are going to use 3 colors: yellow for the pencil, black for the lead, and white for the top portion of the pencil where it has been already sharpened. So define your materials and then from the color palette, select the desired color. Once you have the colors defined, select the faces which you want to color with a particular color and then select the color on the right hand side defined material and press apply to apply that color. And once you are satisfied with your 3D object, go to file menu and under export this as a .obj file, which we are going to open in Pepacura and create the low poly model for this simple 3D pencil. Now open the Pepakura Designer and drag that OBJ file. Now let me remind you that Pepakura Designer is a paid software. The Pepakura Viewer is a free software, but to create your low poly models you need Pepakura Designer. Once you have the object loaded, then select no flip, select the front and the bottom face of the 3D object, no invert as an option, and put the desired height of your pencil. Next, define your cut lines, which will tell Pepakura from where to break the model. So select that cut line option from the top menu and then define your cut line edges. Now this you have to define as per your own convenience, how you find it convenient to connect the edges. If you find convenient to have a common connected piece, then you can go for it. If you want separate pieces, then you can go for it. The choice is yours. Once you have defined all the cut line edges, then you need to check once whether everything is okay or not, and then you need to click on the unfold button at the end of the middle menu, and which will unfold your pieces onto different sheets on the right hand panel. So each dotted rectangle that you see on the right hand panel is one A4 size by default. Since we are talking about a fusion art here, which basically means that I'm going to do a paper cutting on this low poly model. So first I will do a paper cutting and then I'm going to reconstruct this low poly model to get a more intricate paper cut low poly model. So I don't basically need to separate the colors because everything for this is going to be on plain white paper, because these paper cut low poly models look very intricate and very nice on a white paper. So I'm going to put everything on this one sheet of paper, and I am going to switch off the materials from the middle menu at the top, which will allow me to see everything in black and white only. Also I will display the edge IDs so that later on I know which edge I want to connect to which particular flap. Press Ctrl T on the keyboard to activate the text option, which will allow you to number the pieces. It is good to know which piece to connect after which piece, and normally helps the users who are using the template to understand how the flow of the model goes. Once you are done and happy with the template, then go to the file menu and export this as a PDF file, and you have your template ready for the next phase of the low poly fusion art, which I will take up in the next part of the same video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned few basics about the Blender. If you guys liked the video, then please do not forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Also to subscribe to my channel for regular videos on paper arts, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Till then, stay safe, take care, and bye bye.